What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we're going to be talking about the Black Ops 4 beta trailer that came out yesterday. When I made yesterday's video, all I talked about was the Blackout teaser trailer part of it. Today we're going to be talking about the multiplayer part of it, and talking about some things that you may have missed inside that trailer. Now, a lot of people were focused on the Blackout trailer and not so much the multiplayer half of it, so a lot of things were really missed, including some new weapons that we've never seen before at a Black Ops 4, new score streaks, and on top of that, something I have never seen before in any other Call of Duty game. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I think the easiest way to really look at everything in this trailer is just to slow it down, start from the beginning, and talk about what we see. So the trailer starts out with Nomad and Seraph running through a building shooting their weapons. As we can see, Nomad here is carrying an MX-9 with a laser sight on it. This is an attachment we haven't seen since Infinite Warfare. It's been in Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and now it returns once again in Black Ops 4. Also, if you look behind Nomad in this picture, you can see a weapon that we've never seen before. It has a very large round barrel with, once again, a circular iron sight. I don't know whether this is some sort of rocket launcher, but the one thing I do know is we've never seen it before. Similarly, in the earlier scene, we can see Nomad once again running with a weapon that is not the MX-9, and once again, a weapon that we have never seen before. Kind of looks like an assault rifle or SMG, but as I've mentioned, we have never seen this before in Black Ops 4, so as of right now, I have no idea what it is. As the trailer continues, the next thing we see is an airplane dropping some missiles. Originally, I thought this was an airstrike, but definitely upon relooking at it, it is the Hellstorm Missile. There's actually an airstrike that we see later in the trailer that I'll point out for you guys. And one of the ways I could tell that this was a Hellstorm Missile was, of course, this scene. You can see the Hellstorm Missile landing with a larger explosion than an airstrike normally would. On top of that, after we see these characters running here, once again we see Nomad with a brand new weapon. But this one's very recognizable. This one is an AK-47, or whatever this game's version of an AK-47 is. Back in Black Ops 3, that weapon was a KN-44. This one looks a little bit more AK-47-esque, so we'll have to wait to see what it's called, but this is definitely some form of an AK-47. After we get a look at that, the next thing we see is Nomad Specialist ability, his puppy, and this thing actually goes in after someone, so it looks like it almost is going to be like the dog that you had in Call of Duty Ghosts that would kind of follow you around, and then when there was an enemy close, it would kind of go nuts and attack them. In the next scene here, we once again see a character holding the MX-9, and it looks to be throwing a flashbang, and really it looks like the thing that they're showing off here is the ability to be able to sprint and throw grenades at the exact same time, something that they stressed back at the reveal back in May. After this, they go on to show off a new-ish score streak, the Mantis. This is something we saw back in May. It's very similar to the AGR in Black Ops 2 or Cerberus in Black Ops 3. So this next scene is the only scene in the entire trailer that I cannot explain whatsoever. So right here, after it shows Firebreak shooting a weapon, it then goes in to show something that we have never seen before. Basically, a character puts down a wheeled object that then drives and somehow electrically zaps an enemy and kills them. Now, before you go on to say that this is the new version of the HCXD that deals electric damage and kills people, no, that's not true, because later in the trailer, they actually show the new HCXD. It looks very similar to the one that was in Black Ops 3. This is something completely different, and really I see three options to what it could be. The first thing, and I think by far the least likely, but I saw this on Reddit, so I have to say it, is that it's a score streak variant. It is a type of HCXD. I don't think this is true. In the alpha build, there were no score streak variants. I think this is the least likely thing. The other options is it's a new score streak. It's something like an HCXD. Maybe it costs around 3 or 4 kills, but instead of just exploding once, you can go and kill a few people with your electric taser kind of gun. Personally, I believe this is the most likely option, but there is one other idea that I really do like, and that's that this is a specialist ability. Now, the only character that we really don't know the abilities for is Prophet. It's a character nobody's really played as, but in Black Ops 3, his two abilities were the Tempest and Glitch, both of which we know are not going to be in Black Ops 4. So it's possible, since the Tempest was like an electricity gun, that this kind of HCXD that uses electricity is actually his specialist ability. But the only thing making me think that that is not the case is that when they show this, the character that they show right before is Firebreak and not Prophet. But really, I don't know what it is. My best guess is it's a score streak, but if you disagree, agree, let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, the next scene of the trailer is once again a weapon that I believe believe we haven't seen before. Not 100% sure about that, but I don't think we've seen it. And then right after that, the character calls in a strike team. Once again, a newer score streak to Black Ops 4, which is similar to paratroopers in Call of Duty World War II. Basically, you get your own mini strike team. Now, after this, it goes on to say that there are going to be 10 playable specialist characters in the beta, which as of right now is all of the specialist characters we know about. What this could mean is that once the game is finally released, there may actually be more than 10 specialist characters at launch day. But that could just be me speculating. Really, there could only be 10 specialist characters at launch day. I'm really not sure. Also, we now know that there's going to be 6 total maps playable during the beta, 2 of which were available at pre-alpha at the event that I went to. The other 4 are pretty much brand new, and I'm really interested to see how they play. And then after that, it goes on to say that there's going to be 6 multiplayer modes. If I was betting, I would guess that they include Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Domination, Hardpoint, Control, which is a new game mode, and then finally, if I was guessing, I would say Capture the Flag, but not 100% sure on that one. But then after this, it says finally we're going to get to see new weapons, but the odd thing about this is that when it actually shows weapons after saying this, they're not new weapons. They're weapons that we saw in the alpha, weapons that I've already featured on this channel. The only new one is this rocket launcher right here. I've never seen this one before. I don't know what it is. We'll just have to wait and see, but it looks like some sort of rocket launcher. Once again, after this, it goes on to say that there's going to be new equipment, but all of which we've seen before. The first of which is Firebreak's radioactive core. After that is Torque's barricade. And then finally, Nomad's tripwire, which we haven't played with yet, but we've seen in the original multiplayer trailer for Black Ops 4. And then the last thing they show is Scorestreaks, almost all of which we've seen before, except for the first one, which is a new type of airstrike. It also looks like the airstrike is shooting a gun as well, which I'm not sure if that's going to kill people or not, but that's new. Followed up by the strike team, which we've seen a few separate times. Then the new looking sentry gun, followed up by the HCXD. And then finally, the last thing that they show off is the AC-130, which as of right now, I believe is the highest score streak in the game. Whether there's going to be a higher one in the beta or at final launch, we're kind of unclear at this point. But that is all that they show of the multiplayer beta, unless you want to talk about Blackout, but that's what we talked about yesterday. So if you haven't seen that one yet, go ahead and check out that video. That's all I really have to say about the multiplayer beta. I think it's a pretty good trailer. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on it. This weekend, there's going to be several videos up on the channel. On top of that, I'm going to be trying to stream over on Twitch. So if you want to check out my Twitch channel, that's down in the description. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard.